Hi everyone, my presentation is about selection of types, site selection, methods of getting colony in apiculture. First, let's see about selection of types. Selection of good variety of honeybees is an important step before starting apiculture. The characteristics of good honeybees such as the worker bee must be smart and energetic, related to collection of food and maintain colony, and the species with high pollinating rate and the colony pollinate multiple plant species. It should constantly visit thousands of flowers during foraging period, and the honeybee must have high honey yielding capacity, and the honeybee is easily domesticated and handling during the inspection by the beekeeper, and the honeybee must be able to form the hive anywhere, and the honeybee must be able to protect themselves from the enemies, and the honeybee must possess a colony habit even it is unfavorable condition or in the scarcity of food, and the honeybee is rarely abscond. By this characteristics of honeybees we can select the good varieties of honeybees. Then then we are going to see about domesticated bee species for apiculture. Four different species are available over all the world, that is Apis dorsata, Apis florae, Apis serena indica and Apis mellifera. Among the four species, two species are well adopted and well domesticated and very useful for apiculture, that is Apis serena indica and, and the Apis mellifera. Apis serena is the Indian bee and Apis mellifera is the European bee. Both are very popular for agricultural field. In cold areas, example high hills, Apis serena is very flourished and very developed in cold areas and perform better than Apis mellifera. Among that, another species such as Melipona species and the Trigona species is also effective, and it is a part of apiculture. More than 130 species are available in the species. Their colonies are small and their colonies are stingless, and they are very popular in India. Now, let's talk about Apis serena indica characteristics in detail. It is a medium-sized bee and measure about 14 to 15 millimeter, and the body generally yellowish brown and have more prominent even black bands across the entire abdomen. The colony consists of 7 to 8 parallel combs built in the dark places like cavities of tree trunk, rocks, caves or even house cavities. A colony may consist of about 2000 to 15,000 individuals. This bee is little ferocious but can easily domesticated. Average honey yield capacity of Apis serena indica is 6 to 8 kg per colony per year. It is also very popular in agricultural field, especially in pollination. These are the characteristics of Apis serena. Then now we are going to see the characteristics of Apis mellifera. It is also the medium sized bee. Its body length about 14 to 16 millimeter. The body color is red or brown in color with black bands. Orange yellow rings are present on the abdomen. The colony consists of many parallel combs, more than 9 builds in dark places such as cavities of tree trunks within rocks and trees. Okay, then it consists of workers bees such as 30,000 to 1 lakh individuals, and the average honey yield is about 25 to 60 kg per colony per year. If the flowering, which is very high and well maintained by the beekeeper, the honey production per colony it may increases up to 150 to 160 kg per colony per year. High popular in agricultural field, and it is also a good pollinator. Then let's see the characteristics of dammer bee. Dammer bee is also called as the stingless bees, which is domesticated in South India due to their efficiency to visit tiny flower and also honey value in medical sector. They are Melipona and Trigona. These bees are smallest honeybee, which is sized about 3 to 4 millimeter. They build irregular combs of wax and resinous substance in services and hollow tree trunks. Colony size ranges between 100 to 1500 individuals per hive. They are good pollinator. The honey yield per hive per year is about 300 to 1200 gram. Then let's talk about the site selection of apiculture. The sites should be dry without dampness because the humidity will affect the bee flight and ripening of nectar. An apiary should be near to the water source so that the bee can access it. It should be near to bee forage so that the bee can collect nectar and pollen. The apiary site should be away from smelly areas and swarming areas because honeybee is naturally hydroscopic. Apiary site should be away from predators and pests to avoid the bees migrating from the beehives. And apiary site should be away from public roads. These are the site selection of apiculture. Then we are going to discuss about methods of getting colony. First methods of getting colonies, dividing of colonies or colony multiplication. Catching of swarms is an old method to increase the number of colonies, but this method should not be encouraged since a colonist raised from the swarm will have swarming instincts. Moreover, this is a time consuming method. Spring is the best season for increasing number of colonies by dividing the colonies which are not as strong as other and the sparing these colonies from honey production. Such colonies can be divided into nuclei with 2 to 3 frames of bees and each nucleus is given a queen cell or nuquin. These nuclei with 2 of the 3 frames of bees and each nucleus is given a queen cell or queen nuquin. These nuclei should be fed with 50% of sugar syrup. Another method to increase the colonies is before the honey flow when the colonies are having peak population, remove 2 to 3 combs of broods and bees from strong colonies to make nuclei. This will not affect the strength of the colonies and these can avail honey flow well due to the strong condition. This also reduces the chances of swarming. Nuclei are given new queen or queen cells. Then uniting of bee colonies. The colonies to be united should brought close to each other by moving 1 meter each day so as to avoid drifting of bees. When they are near to each other within 1 meter, the colonies can be easily united using the newspaper method, in which few small holes are punctured in the paper and placed over the brood chamber of other colony without bottom board and placed over the brood chamber of other colony without the bottom board over first colony, which is now separated by the punctured newspaper. Bee will gradually mingle and before uniting keep the better queen and remove the poor queen. Then shifting of bee colonies. If colonies are to be moved within the apiary to a short distance, these should be moved 1 meter every day in the evening to the desired site. If colonies are to be moved to a few hundred meters in apiary, then these should first be taken to distance of about 5 km beyond the flight range. Keep the colonies for 2 to 3 days and then bring back to the apiary and placed at the desired site. However, before moving the colonies, all movable pots are nailed and colonies are closed in the late evening after the bee activity has ceased. So these are the methods to get colonies. Thank you.